Hey everyone, welcome to the vid. I hope you're doing good today. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about a project which doesn't rely on referrals. It doesn't have any Ponzonomics. It doesn't have any taxes. It's sustainable and it pays you back 1% of the native token per day. And better yet, on top of all of this, you can also sell your entire holdings whenever you want, meaning that nothing is actually locked up. And the project I'm talking about is called Optimus. It really is passive income in the true sense of the word, in that basically all you do is you buy the Optimus token, which is called Opt3, and you hold it in your wallet, and then that self-rebases in your wallet. So the tokens get larger in your wallet by 1% every single day. Optimus just deployed version 3 of the contract about a week ago, and at the moment it is looking pretty solid. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you how it all works and to see if this project is actually too good to be true. And also I'm going to explain to you if I've invested my own money into it. And just a reminder too that this is all just my opinion. It's not financial advice, so please do your own research. Here's the chart since the liquidity changed about a week ago, and you can see that it's actually really quite stable and it's designed to be that way. And the way that it is able to remain stable is through the AI trading bot, which is called Optimus Bot. So yes, this project does rely on trading bots to keep the cash flowing and to keep the price stable. When you buy Opt3 tokens, this money goes into the bot and it uses this money plus the 11 million Opt3 tokens that it already has in it to basically control everything. The AI bot does manage everything to do with the Optimus project, including keeping the ceiling price and the floor price, managing the buys and the sells, also injecting liquidity whenever it's needed, and also trading. A practical example of how this bot works is that if it sees a 50K buy spike come in, then it'll sell off 50K worth of tokens. The same way as if somebody dumps 50K's worth of tokens, then it'll buy back. And this is going to sort of keep that balance in price. Now, the profits that go onto the bot, once it's actually got enough, then it's going to start to inject liquidity, which is going to make the price even more stable. And once it feels that it's got enough profits in there as well and the time is right, then it's going to slowly start to raise the floor price of the token. So theoretically, there should be a slow, gradual increase of the token price over time. You can see that there's $4.2 million of liquidity already and a market cap of 54 million. So it's fair to say that the bot is pretty much doing its job so far. That this token isn't designed to be a moon token. It's designed to be a stable and solid token, much like Horde or MDB. This is MexC, and Optimus has a couple of smaller trading bots on here which are trading Matic pairs which support the main AI bot. And at the end of each month, then the devs are going to give a report of basically everything that got traded in that month. So basically, the sustainability of this project comes through the trading bots, and that's why there's no taxes, there's no lockups, there's no sell fees or buy fees or anything like that. But because this is a rebasing token, then really the true power of this token is in the compounding interest. So yay, another rebasing token, and I am sure you might have had a bit of experience with rebasing tokens which haven't gone so well for various reasons. And the big sort of problem or elephant in the room with rebasing tokens is, of course, inflation and runaway emissions. This project will pay you back 1% of Opt3 tokens per day, regardless of the value of the Opt3 token. So even if the value of the Opt3 token is $0, you're still going to be getting 1% of that per day. So that means that the Opt3 token has to have value. So how does this project give value to the Opt3 token so we can actually make some money from it? There are three ways that the Optimus bot and the project keeps value for the token. And the first way is burning. So every 24 hours, the entire supply of Opt3 increases by 1%. So what actually happens is that just after the rebase, 1% of the liquidity is burnt. And this shows that just over 500,000 Opt2 tokens have been burnt. The June website doesn't show the Opt3 tokens, which is the new version, how many have been built, but you can see here on the contract that so far in about a week, 100,000 Opt3 tokens have been burnt. So that's about a total of 600,000 tokens that have been burnt so far. The second way of reducing emissions and dealing with inflation is basically by people selling and taking profits. And I really like this idea because a lot of protocols actually encourage you to hold, and we're all going to make it, and hold, that's what's best for the project. And really the issue with these is that this doesn't work because for whatever reason, people do want to sell their tokens, and that's fine because we want to make profit from this stuff. So actually Optimus encourages taking profit. And the reason that I think this is a good idea is because if you are continually taking profit, then it means that you don't have a lot of tokens for long enough for the actual power of the compounding interest to really kick in. Now, sure, there might be a couple of people which buy Optimus, they do nothing but hold for an entire year, the compounding interest goes absolutely crazy, and then they sell. This might cause an issue, but realistically, this is probably not going to happen because people do want to take profits and people do want to sell. And even if this did happen, there should theoretically be enough liquidity for the bot to do that buyback and to keep the price stable. In addition to this, the bot is going to keep injecting liquidity into the project whenever it feels the time is right, however it actually decides when that is. And the good thing about this is that the more liquidity you have, the more the buyers and the sellers aren't really going to make any impact. And an example is that if you think about somebody who buys, say, $100,000 worth of ETH, that is probably not going to affect the chart at all. But if somebody buys $100,000 of a completely brand new token, then that really is going to affect the price chart quite a bit. So the more liquidity you have, the more stable a project is going to be. And the third way that the project hopes to deal with inflation is by creating something similar to EMP's Detonator, which is where essentially you deposit money into the Detonator, that money is locked, but then it pays you back 1% of that per day. So the idea being is that you're taking all these Opt3 tokens and you're locking them all away. I'm just not quite sure how this is actually going to work with a rebasing token. Version 3 of the contract is going to be audited by Certic and Paladin, and they have docs to MexC. And DeFi Dude, who's one of the co-creators of the protocol, says that they do plan to do a KYC, but at the moment they're just basically concentrating on getting the project up and running. The liquidity for this project isn't locked, and the reason for that, DeFi Dude told me, is that because initially they were trading with Matic, that was their liquidity pair, but because the bear market came around, they wanted to change the liquidity pair to USDC. So if the liquidity was locked, they wouldn't have been able to do that. And obviously, when the bull market happens again, they want to transfer it back to Matic because obviously the increased price of Matic is going to have a positive effect on the price of Opt3. Most of the Opt3 tokens are in the wallets of DeFi Dude and the bot. So obviously there is an element of trust here. And I asked DeFi Dude about this and he said, yeah, like there is an element of trust. But he said, if he wanted to rug, then he could have done it ages ago. And he actually has a YouTube channel, which you can check out his videos. It actually shows you how many he's got and how much he's making per day and all of that. The money is used to put back into the project and also for marketing. The long-term goals for Opt3 are a price range of around $10 to $15, which would be around a 10x from where it is right now. And other things that they do have in the pipeline for the future include NFT gamification, basically to make it more deflationary. And other projects are also expressing an interest in using the Opt3 token. They also want to do a DAO. They're thinking of making it multi-chain, so I'm assuming going to the Binance chain as well, maybe Avalanche. And also releasing a new website and doing a little bit more different branding. With Optimus, I really do like the fact that it has income coming into it, and it doesn't rely on referrals and it doesn't rely on any type of Ponzonomics whatsoever. It's trading. People make a living from trading, and this is using trading bots. So I actually decided to invest into it, and I invested just under 1,500. You can see my stats here that at the moment I'm getting about $15 a day. I'm getting about $500 a month. Obviously, I'm not getting anything at the moment because I'm not taking any profits. My plan is to just compound for a little bit, maybe a couple of weeks, and then I'm just going to start to get my initial back as soon as possible, because this is DeFi, and DeFi is extremely risky. So in my opinion, it's important to get your money off the table as soon as you can. And because with this project, you can sell any amount of tokens you want at any time, you can actually get your initial back pretty much instantly if you want to. With the calculator thing here at the bottom, I've got it set at a month. You see, after about a month, I'm going to have 2K. Don't go any more than a month out. You know, if you slide it all the way across to 2 years and you're like, oh, I can invest $100 and be a multimillionaire in 2 years' time, it's not going to happen. I don't know why projects put these calculators in there. I think it's just a marketing thing to get people excited. DeFi changes rapidly, and projects change rapidly. You know, they can completely change even after you've invested in them. And we've seen this with some pretty big projects like Strongblock, like Horde, like loads of other node projects. They've completely changed. So you can probably look about a month out or a couple of weeks. That's probably safe, but any longer than that, and I wouldn't trust it at all. But I'm happy with Optimus so far. It's been slowly compounding in my wallet. It's been working exactly the same way. So my friends, I want to know what you think about this project. Basically, for me, I'm all about the passive income, and this seems like a pretty cool play at the moment, because like I said before, no Ponzonomics and none of that other stuff, which is challenging, let's just say that. So what do you think about it? I'd really love to know. Do you think it's a project which is worth it? What do you think about the whole liquidity and the devs having the vast majority of the tokens? And are you going to invest in it, or are you not going to? Would love to know either way. Please leave a comment. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.